Okay, hello. I Good morning. With lots of encouragement from so many people, friends and family. I decided to finally set up my YouTube channel, talk about my journey with lupus, and I'm going to be as plain as possible to encourage so many people out there. I'm not using any. I'm not going to use any form of editing. I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to leave my face as plain as it is so you can see all the flaws. Now, before I go on, I'm going to tell you a little about lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disease, a disease that just attacks your system for no just reason. It has no known cause. There's no known cause for lupus. It just attacks anybody and and could attack your kidney, it could attack your system and thereby taking a person's life. Now, when I first of all started my battle with lupus, I was not aware of what it was. I was in school. I was about 16 years. I was about 16 to 17 years old. I was in Unizik. I entered school at a very tender age, early age. And when it started, I just started living my life as a young girl that just entered school. It started as a mosquito bite on my body, and when I saw the mosquito, I was living with my elder sister. My elder sister was 3 years older than me. We were living together in school. So when I saw the mosquito bite, I told myself that, what could this be on my skin? So I called my sister's attention to it. Said, Jenny, come and see this stuff on my skin. What could it be? So she told me, maybe just a reaction. Let's scrub it and see how it comes out. So she helped me scrub it, cleaned it very well, and applied ointment there. So that day passed. We slept at night. So the next day, we woke up in the morning. When we woke up, I saw that part of my skin where she scrubbed. There were like 2 spots where she scrubbed. And I saw it grew bigger. So I was like, I called her attention. I told her, Jenny, come and see this stuff. It has grown bigger. What do you think it could be? As in, it just built up, grew like, became fat, like as if they fed it. So she told me, she doesn't know. This one, that she don't worry, it will go. I relaxed. A week passed, 2 weeks passed. It was now getting bigger. And that was the point I knew that it may not go any soon. Each time I look at it, I'll be like, is this thing getting better or worse? I'll just tell her. She'll not tell me, don't worry about it. And I'll relax. It continued like that for months. It started spreading all over my body. Yeah, all over my body, including my face. It started spreading all over my body. At that time, I was Miss Mascom in my school. People that know me in Amdazikio University, people that know me will tell you my story. You can imagine as a public figure in school, then a public figure having a bad skin. I had so many friends then, but all of them left me because of my skin disease. I didn't give myself the skin disease. I just found it on my body. And if you read about lupus, you find out that lupus has no known cause. It just comes on its own. It starts on its own. So I don't know how it came about. And I just found myself having lupus. Then, if I go to the market and see, like, I'm buying things, maybe because that's Unizik Oka now. There are so many elderly people there. It's not as if there are no elderly people all over the world. There are elderly people, but you know, in the East, if you school in the East, you see all these old people that will tell you, gini meginaru, meaning, what happened to your skin? Yeah, they'll call you one name. They'll just call you one name, sha. Different people giving names. So each time maybe an elderly person tells me, what happened to you? This could be so thing. No, don't stay late. Come, I'll take you to so place. You get drugs, you get herbal drugs that will heal you. I'll say, okay. I was desperate. I needed the healing so fast. So I remember one occasion, I met one man. I went to a phone accessory shop to buy charger. So I met one man there. The man now told me, an elderly man, the man now told me, young girl, what happened to your body? I told him, I don't know, just found it on my skin one day. He said, nothing beats you, nothing. I said, nothing. He now said, here, he called one name. He said, this thing is so thing. He called one Igbo name like that. He now said, take so address, go to ask of so person. Ask of one, so gave me one address, sha. I remember the place, but I can't remember the man's name. There in Oka. So I wrote down the address and I was now thinking, how will I go to this place alone? I can't. My sister was not in town then. She was not in town. I think she traveled that period. Because I knew if she was in town, probably should have gone with me. No, she got married that period, so she traveled. So I was not thinking, who will I go with now? So I remember that I had a friend that was always in my house. So I called her, I said, please, will you be able to go with me to this place? I need you to help me, to accompany me, because I've never been there, I cannot go alone. She now said, okay. Later, after like 10 minutes, she told me, Thelma, I won't be able to follow you, I want to go and see my boyfriend. Seriously, I felt bad. I felt bad because when I didn't have this skin issue, we're all together as one, as friends. Anyway, who am I to decide? She's not related to me in any way. She's just my friend. And if I die tomorrow, life will go on. It's just my own. I'm trying. Since she's thinking about her boyfriend, who am I to stop her? But I just felt bad. Like, I felt we are friends. But I didn't complain. I just thought, okay, no problem. I went. I got herbal drugs. I started taking them. It never got better. It became worse. I walk on the road again, another person will stop me. I'm just telling you, I'm not giving you like the I'm not telling you everything. I'm just telling you what I can remember because so many things happened. I walk on the road again, and that person will stop me. Hey, what happened to you? Come, I'll take you to so place. One of my close friends, then Tony, he did glue adverts. His brother is Leo Mezi. This Nollywood actor, Leo Mezi. His younger brother is my friend, Tony. Tony, thank you if you see this video. You did your bit. You did your part to make me better. He told me his classmate had something like this and her own is better. So he sourced for a number because he graduated that period. So he sourced for a number and called the girl, got the girl in touch with me, and we spoke. She encouraged me because then I was always crying. She encouraged me to tell me, don't worry, to get better. It happened to me and mine got better. So why won't yours get better? So she directed me to somebody, to a herbal doctor too, that would give me herbs. So I visited the herbal doctor. He gave me herbs. I paid him. I started using it again. My dear, I started smelling. Yeah. If I sleep on my side this way, pus will be coming out of my body. And maybe I slept on my side, that part will come to the bed, to the bedspread. And if I wake up in the morning, for me to remove my hand, like if I use force to stand up, blood, because that pus has gummed the bed and came dry. So if I use force to stand up, it will tear my skin and blood will start gushing out. So what I do is that if I wake up in the morning, I'm already aware that it will happen. So I'll just gently stand up, or possibly pour water there to melting it before I stand up from bed. So after that part, another person told me about one herbal doctor inside Okuno, inside one village. And he passed Okuno, go down, whether I'm back or so. And I got the person's address. I went down there. Also, Ju, thank you. Thank you, Ju, for being with me. I went to Opono. The man now told me, you can't leave. You have to stay with me. An elderly man, the man should be in his 90s. He uses stick to walk, very old. So the man now told me, you can't go, you have to stay with me. You stay here. He's married to 3 wives. So he gave me a room that I'll stay with him till I get better. That I'm not the first case he's treating. So I said, okay. You can imagine how I was missing classes. I was no longer going for my classes. And I've never been lucky with friends. Seriously, I'm sorry. But I have good friends. I have few good friends at the moment. But when I was in school, I was unlucky with friends. I don't know. Don't see it as a bad thing I'm saying. I'm just saying my own mind. While I was away, a few of them submit. Each time a lecturer asks after Thelma, where's Thelma? They'll be like, oh, like Owogi. But no, I was suffering. It was so funny. If I had my way, I wouldn't be there. I was crying every day. I was suffering. And I became a shadow of myself. I lost so much weight. I became thin. I was weighing 65. But when the whole thing was going on, I started weighing 45. I lost weight. I'm going to show you all over my body, my skin at the moment. With my scars, you know how much I suffered. Back to my gist. I started staying with this man. One day, this man called me and told me that, do I want to get better? I said, yes. He said, am I sure? I said, yes. And I said, okay, that means I should marry him. I looked at him. Did I hear this man well? I said, Daddy, kissy. The man said, you will marry me if you want to get better. I became shocked. And I asked him, Daddy, man, you are far older than me. How can I marry you? Then I said, it doesn't matter. That if I agree to marry him, then immediately I'll get better. You see these things you see in Hollywood movies? Most of them are true. Yeah. I now said, marry you. I started thinking about it. This man said, I remember I've gone so many places and none of them have been able to help me. I was not thinking, if I marry this man will get better. Should I marry him? Because I was desperate. Should I marry him? This man is someone that uses stick. I don't even think he'll be able to have sex. He's that old. So he started promising me heaven and earth. He told me, if I marry him, he's going to buy me. I'm going to go to give Honda Accord. That he will buy me Honda Accord. He'll give me Honda Accord. he will change my life. As in, you can imagine that old man in the village to change my life. And he will do this and this, say promise, and then he's going to open, lastly, he's going to open a restaurant for me. Then I'll be doing my restaurant business in peace. That when he left me, I cried. I looked at myself and I said, see what I've reduced to. Then I cannot make up. I can't even leave my face like this. Who born me well to leave my face like this? I even started losing hair. Who born me well to leave my face like Adi Chris? If you see the kind of makeup I make up, my makeup used to finish like in every 2 weeks. I used to pack foundation. That's why, see, seriously, when you see people on the road, you don't know their struggle. When you see people on the road, maybe somebody wearing one boo-boo or something, and you be like, why this girl wear this kind of thing? And you start laughing at it. I used to do it. But when I struggled, when I saw life, I realized that, there's more to life. If you get money, enjoy yourself. Oh, this life not get duplicates. If I buy makeup here, I'll pack it, load it like plaster. As if they're going to bury me. I'll plaster it on my face like if I leave the house. Yeah, it was that bad. Lupus almost killed me. Why? Because I didn't know what it was. And I was in school. When my sister went home and told my parents that, tell your daughter to come back home. If you see her skin. My parents called me and said, come back. And I told them, will I leave my school? There was one time I went home and stayed for like 3 months out of school. I came back and I lagged so behind that I started reasoning, if I keep doing this, how will I come out with a good grade? My lecturers are already looking at me like I just decided to leave school. And I was ashamed of myself to even come and show anybody my skin. My friends that know about my skin ran away from me. I was left alone. So who do I tell? Who do I talk to? There was nobody. The only gist you hear is that, Miss Mascom, you know you say she get AIDS. And people will come to me and say that, do you know who told me you have AIDS? Also, I need to say Stanley Okoye, yeah? Is it Stanley Okoye? She's Stanley in Dubai. Thank you. You did a lot for me and I appreciate you. You're my best friend. Thank you. I know how much Stanley will tell me, you never do your assignment. He will call me on the phone and say, you never do your assignment too. And Ibe Messi give us only tomorrow as last date. I'll not tell him, and I know the waiting won't make her. You say, no worry, I will do it for you. Stanley, thank you. You are among the people that made me graduate. Back to the old man's gist. So the next day, after he spoke to me that day, the next day he came back to me to know my response. And after he came back to me, normally in the morning when I have my bath, he will come. I'll wear a shorts, then bra. So he will come and put the stuff all over my body from head to toe. Then the stuff will dry on my body, then I'll lie down. I'll lie down on the mat in the house, in the room they gave me. But that particular day, after he spoke to me that day, the next day when he came, as per somebody that he have spoken to now, he must have told himself that since I've spoken to this girl, she must have agreed by now. So he now came to me that day and told me, Wham. Now put his hand on my body. Cake me. I said, I'm fine, sir. He now started putting the stuff on my body. While he was putting it, he got to my breast too. I just told him, move your hand. He now said, HM, I thought we spoke about this yesterday now and you must have agreed. And I told him, I cannot. I cannot. Please, I cannot. I'm paying you for your services. Please, I can't. So he left me. And I started crying. He now told me, please, don't tell anybody about this. I said I won't because I'm leaving your house today. I packed my things. I just looked up, I cried. I told God, God, it's not as if you're not aware of what is happening to me. You are aware. And if you choose that I should die in this condition, then no problem. Let me die in it. Then I just took my bags. I called Uju on the phone. Uju, please come and pick me. So she came. The village is inside. I still know the place. So Uju came, picked me, and we went home. I cried all through that day. I just kept looking at myself. I don't have any friend again. The only friend at the moment is Uju. I'm battling for my life. I'm lacking behind in school. Is this the life I plan for? I've seen myself in the future doing better. With this kind of life, when will I be able to graduate, get a job and start fending for myself? When? I just told myself that God hates me. I'm going to continue in the next video. Please pardon me. Just pardon me, please. I'll continue in the next video. I'll still show you my skin at the moment. Thank you.